All right. And now I'm going back over here to my Facebook and I'm getting ready to hit it. Okay.
Yep. The lag and the delay isn't bad today. It's perfect.
I think so too. All right. So see if it's showing up on your side if you're able to.
Okay. Yep. I got the other phone right here. Let's check it out and see. Okay. Debbie. And then, no, she's trying to get in the group. We're not doing it in the group.
All right. So see if it's showing up on your side if you're able to.
There it is. Yep. It went to my other page. Okay. I think so. So let's go check. See if it's on my personal page. It's not live on my personal page yet.
It should be. Share it out to your page.
Okay.
And I'm going to also share on my cooking page.
Okay. Yeah, it should have. It may not be showing up on here, but I released it to my timeline, so it should be there.
Okay.
Okay.
And so let me share my cooking page real quick.
Absolutely. And let me see what else we got here.
All right, so that's gone there. Okay, welcome guys. Thank you for coming on in. I am Chef Metisia, the Taste Bud Exciter. I am a personal chef for plant-based newbies, teaching them how to have fun with their food and flex with lean meats and plant-based alternatives. So I decided to go live today on my page, guys, because I wanted you to come in and learn more about me and my evolution of being a chef as I'm being interviewed by Deetra Jones, a fellow single mom, as we dive in and have some fun today. So make sure that you comment below and make sure that you are engaged and listening. And any questions that you have for myself or Deetra, please feel free to comment and let us know. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn over and go ahead and let Deetra start firing away.
Yes, indeed. Now, wait a minute. Now, I see the sunlight on my face. Do I need to close my blinds? Do I look like a zebra yet? Let me see. What am I doing? Am I okay? No. Change it?
Yeah, it was. Now you got a little stripe going on.
Was it okay? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let's fix this before we get, because we have fun. We want to be all in. So,
okay.
Is that good or is that not good? Too bright?
That's good.
Is it? Oh my God, I'm gonna be blind.
I can see. I can see the light on you.
I know. I'm glowing, honey. I'm glowing. Hey, y'all. Good afternoon. I am so glad to be here because this has been one evolution. It is so absolutely amazing. And I always want to, my screen went black. Metisia, are you there?
Yeah, Metisia, I'm here.
Oh, okay. It blinked for a minute.
Here.
Okay. All right. So this has been one evolution and it's been so much fun because it's been a number of years. It's been a number of years. As you all know, I am Deetra Jones and I'm the mother of 3 young men now, but I met Metisia when her boy was maybe, I don't know, he was 7 or 8 years old or something, some years ago. And now he's 12. Mm-hmm. And so it has been amazing because I became, he's getting ready to flip. She doesn't understand. He's getting ready to flip into that teenage thing. So it's going to be a little interesting. But in any case,
interesting to say the least. Bring it on.
Oh, I know. Exactly. Listen, at this point, we're veterans. So back in 2013, I began selling online on eBay and Amazon. And that's exactly how I sustained my household over the years because I left corporate America. At this point, it's been almost 12 years without looking back. And so as I was able to maintain a roof over my head for my 3 sons, I decided I would start sharing it with other single mothers. And so I decided to teach a course on Amazon selling because I was absolutely killing it on Amazon. I love Amazon. I'm an Amazonian. I love Amazon. And it's funny because I've never shopped on Amazon, but I have sold like crazy on Amazon. So Metisia came and decided that she wanted to take my class. And I met her, I guess through Monty Weaver. And I was in Monty's class. And then I introduced Metisia to it. Then I decided to teach an Amazon class, which was a 5-week course where we met twice a week. And I showed everyone in the class how to find profitable items, list them on Amazon, and start making revenue, because that season we had like back-to-back ice storms in DC. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going out anywhere, slipping and sliding, crashing into people. I don't need any of that stuff. So anyway, Metisia and others came into that class. And so we used to have fun. It was basically a recreational thing on Saturdays. We had a 3-hour class on Saturdays. And so Metisia is funny and likes to be animated like me. So that's all I needed. So she one day listed an item during class on Amazon, and the thing sold while we were in class, didn't it, Metisia?
It did. And I'm a person where I have to see stuff. It doesn't matter how many classes I take, I have to see it to believe it.
And that's what you told me, because before I start any class, I have a 30-minute consult with the potential students to make sure that I know how they think so I can teach toward their learning curve. So I teach live. And so every Saturday, that 3 hours went so fast and we had so much fun. So anyway, that was a way for her to make money because her son played a ton of sports. She was a super involved mom. She was in corporate America. So she was trying to figure out how to transition out of working for somebody else. So that's what she did. So she went on to make, I don't know how much money she made, but I knew it made her face smile. Look at her face.
Yeah,
I know that made her smile, as well as another young lady too, LaTanya Davis, who you may see and follow around the internet. These two took the morsels and ran with them and started killing the game like me. So anyway, we sort of fell off. We'd be in touch, support one another, be in different groups and things like that. And the next thing I knew, she had said that she wanted to be a chef, but at that time she was in corporate America. So anyway, she took action. She started selling the heck out of everything on Amazon, and she started making her way toward becoming a chef. And I will let her pick up the story from here.
Well, thank you, Deetra, for that introduction, how we met each other. And like you said, we've been around these internet streets and we've taken different classes, and yet we always still merge together. And so, like Deetra said, I was in corporate America. I was in corporate America for like 23 years, and just working for someone else and helping someone else build their brand and make their money and stuff. It was just, I know that there was something more for me. There was always a pulling and always a calling. And so I decided that I wanted to take the jump and I wanted to really elevate my business. So I have been an entrepreneur in this space for about 9 years now. And it started with my health and wellness with Whoop Fitness. And so I started doing that while I was in corporate America. So it's that tug between working corporate, and you know how demanding that can be. Your hours are not your hours. It's not going in and clock in and clock out. Whenever you go to work, you're on whenever. So I took pagers home and I could be called at any particular time to dial in and do certain things. And I know that just wasn't the life for me. That I love the money, of course, because that's why I got in it, because everyone knows computers is a very lucrative field. So when I went to college and everything, that's what I wanted to do, was be in the computer field. But then my love for it deteriorated. And so as I was in corporate America, I knew that I had a longing to do something more. And at the time I had a small child. So I'm like, you're torn between, do I leave? Do I stay? What is it going to mean for our finances? What is it going to mean for me being a single parent, trying to raise him and trying to do all these activities that he was in? Because I mean, karate mom and basketball mom and anything that he wanted to do, I wanted to be financially able to do it. And I wanted to be a present mom. And so being in corporate America, then trying to run my fitness business in the evening, and then trying to do all of these extra events in my community and all those things, everything was just pulling, everything was just growing. So I knew something had to be cut off. And so I had to make that decision. And so in 2016, I left corporate America and I haven't looked back since. I do not wish, I always have that intellectual property, but I do not wish to go back into that realm of business because I want to build for myself and my legacy for my son and his kids and their kids and the rest of my extended family, for my sister and my brother and my mom and everyone that, my screen blanked out, but I'm back, and everyone that's tied to me. So that pull and that love for that, since I've been in this space for 9 years, helped me grow into being a personal chef. So I went to culinary school and I got my degree just to make sure that I know all the ins and outs and learning behind the scenes and things that I just didn't know. I know I've always loved cooking because I've been in the kitchen since I was 9 with my mom. So I've always had a love for that. I've always loved putting on events and giving back to people. And so just to do this in this different space has been amazing. And so for those who are in my community and that know me and had known me for some years, know that my story starts back with plant-based when in 2010, I had weight loss surgery. And so I could not tolerate eating meat and it wouldn't stay down. And so it's a different lifestyle that you have to do. And it's a different different way of eating when you do have weight loss surgery. So in order to do that, I started doing a lot of plant-based. And a lot of people don't really understand what plant-based is because a lot of people say, oh, well, you're a vegetarian or is that vegan? It's neither. That plant-based is that middle road. And so as a chef, I wanted to bring that to people. I didn't just want to say, oh, I want to go out and I want to start a food truck, and oh, I want to go out and I want to start a restaurant, or I want to do all these different things. None of that was in my mind because I knew personal chef was the road that I wanted to take. And I wanted to do it in a way to teach people that they can be healthy. My screen went dark. 1 second.
Okay, I still see you. Well, it blinked out just then. This doggone internet, since everybody is seeing it a little bit different. I'm still here.
I know that's what it is, right? I see I'm back now. But I wanted people to understand the benefits of plant-based in their life, right? And so who better to teach them than a chef? So I started making meals and I started like streaming and showing people the process and doing demonstrations. And I knew that it was a sustainable way of life for me. And I knew that it was something that I could build with my business and my brand to still sustain financially for me and my child, because being a single mom, it's like not always easy, and you have to be creative with your finances just to make sure that you don't miss out on the essentials as well as the fun stuff. So I do that, and I teach plant-based newbies how they can do that in that space. Because plant-based, the program I teach is plant-based with a side of flex. So I teach you that the majority of the foods you eat is going to be your vegetables, your fruits, your grains, your oats, and all those things that sustain you. But that while you're transitioning, or whether you want to stay there or not, you can flex lean meats. So it's plant-based with a side of flex. So anybody that knows me, that knows I use that tagline all the time, because anything that I say and I repeat over and over, I want you to understand that process, and it should be something fun. And so like Deetra said, I cut up and I have fun. And that's a lot of things that people probably don't know about me, because you see how I'm doing the demos and everything, but I always try to show you the lighter side of it, because if you cook from the heart and you have fun with it, believe it or not, it's going to taste better because you're having fun with it.
Absolutely, girl. And we love food. We love food. All of it is so good for us. And it's just always a blessing to me to meet other single moms, because the whole preface and the whole crux of Singled Out Loud is not so much being a single parent as it is staying in your lane and owning your lane. And that's exactly what I've discovered, that the single moms that I meet, they want to do that. And so we aspire to be better and to be available to our children. So that's what I do. And this happens to be helping single moms make money so that we can sustain the lifestyle. So even as we develop our businesses, because over the years as an entrepreneur, I've done a number of different things. And one of them being selling online. And also, as we do this, we continue to do these things and still support each other. So it's not an ending thing. And that's what I love. It's an ongoing thing. It's also been a friendship. It's been a sisterhood. It has been a support network, a village. Even though we haven't met yet in person, you can't tell, because the bond that we have is absolutely incredible. And I totally love it. She is also a boy mom, and you know that I am too. So all that running around that she used to do, it was all about trying to find a way to be able to make money, support our households, get our spirit fed, be fulfilled, all of these things simultaneously. So just like our plate is always full, so are our gears turning so we can make sure that we live this life on our terms, spend time with our children so that we have no regrets. And so I wanted to ask Metisia, what is it though about selling online? Did you know anything about selling online before you did it?
No, I didn't. And I knew that I wanted to get into the digital space. And so with me having my fitness business, that's my first business, right? My first baby.
Remember that.
And as doing that, I rented out space in someone else's dance studio. And then I got my own studio. Well, I knew that you could only reach people that were in my area. And so your advertising had to be a certain way. You had to do all these different things. But I'm like, the world is big. And they're like billions and billions of people. And it's like, not only in the US, I could reach people that were in other places.
That's
so
right.
Then I started trying to, dab a little bit into Periscope and dab a little bit into doing some YouTube videos. And then there's Facebook, and then came Instagram. And so I started seeing how lucrative and big that this can be. And so I didn't want to limit myself to just my community as far as where people I could pull into that one building structure. I'm like, what about the people that's everywhere else? So I knew digital had to be that thing. So I started taking classes, and then I was introduced to Monty Weaver. And when I tell you that he is like that tech guy, that guru, and so I have stuck with him all this time over the years as well, because I'm learning how to develop my business into the digital space. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have touch points where we teach people, individually in person, because as a personal chef, I have that opportunity to go into homes and do the meal preps and the meal planning and all those fun things like that. And I probably would never stop doing it, because I'll have, certain select clients that I'll still do that for. But as I grow and move more into the digital space, that's where my business is going to be. It's going to be in that digital realm. And before the last couple of years, it's a huge learning curve. And you got to really know your analytics. You got to know who you're targeting. There were so many things I had to learn, not just hitting that live button, but you have to learn what are the things behind it when I hit the live button. Is it reaching my target? Is it reaching the people that really need to see the message? Am I really changing lives? And so it's not so much the monetization piece of it. Of course, I have to have money as a single mom raising a son, but it has to be, who am I touching? Who is my story resonating with, where I can help them change their lives? And it may not only just be to make their family healthy with their cooking or teaching them different exercises, but it could be maybe they've had a desire that they want to start a business, or maybe they want to start doing cooking, or maybe they want to become a chef. You never know who your story touches and who has been through similar things and can relate to you. So I always want to use that digital platform for that reason. And so that's why I try to stay on what's cutting edge, what's new, what's out there, because I want to be in that space to make sure that I'm reaching who needs to see me or who needs to hear me, not just the people right where you can physically touch them. Because of course, I love support for my community. I love where I live. I've always lived in this state and county. And just to be able to expand and reach other people, you have to wrap your mind around it. Because if you stay in this box and you only have this quick way of thinking, that's all you're going to ever see. And then other people that can learn and glean and grow from you will never see that if you don't. And so to me, digital is that thing that you got to do. So you got to press that live button, you got to press go, but you got to understand what's behind that. And so, like, over the years, like you say, Deidre, I had to get equipment. I had to get new computers. I had to make sure my cameras were right. I had to get tripods. I had to get ring lights. I mean, just like the whole thing, you have to get systems in place. How am I going to send things to them? How am I going to set up my live stream so that it's all beautiful in the back, and how I'm going to do these different things? There's so much to learn, but there's so many different ways to approach it. And so then I do the Amazon feature, and I'm like, wait, there's different ways to expand myself as a brand and in business. So, I mean, you really got to learn these things. it's not just that, it's not just hitting that button and going live. Look at all the things I have learned over the last 9 years of being in business and being a mom, being present in my child's life. And I'm so thankful for Deetra and Monty and all the people that have come my way, my coaches, my trainers, and different things. Because I had to, sometimes you have to invest in yourself, whether Absolutely. It's time or money, whether it's time or money.
Yes, that is so, all of that is so true, because we've had so many conversations over these years, so many conversations. And that's why mentoring and coaching single moms, because there's so many things to contend with from one day to the next. And that's why, as I was running around, we were all, those of us who have children, we were running around. My boys were small then, and I had 3. And Metisia used to always say, girl, I don't even understand.
Right. I can't do it. I can't do it. My one is enough. I can't do it.
And that's what you used to tell me about.
My hat off to you on that.
Yeah, man. Listen, when you don't have any choice and you make it happen, but the real blessing is being fulfilled in what you are doing. And that's why helping other single moms and helping them get order and take control of their house, all the confidence building, the conversations, the companionship. Some single moms don't know how to cook. Some of them think they didn't want to know how to cook, but they've learned how to cook simple things. It's not as hard as they thought. So all of this stuff can come together if it's under and in the right environment. And that's what I love about the coaching piece for single moms too, because it's like having a therapist. The synergy needs to be complete. You need to be able to connect and be able to relate to one another, because I cannot learn from just anyone. It needs to be someone who delivers in the style that I can receive. And I've had the blessing of being able to do that over these years. So everything that I've had to do as a single mom has included selling online, learning how to prepare quick meals, knowing how to first show myself friendly with other single moms so that we can establish a support network, because I didn't have my parents. And even if you do, everybody can't be available to you all the time. So I love and appreciate hearing stories about you and your sister and how you all support each other, you with your nieces and her with your boy. I remember all of those things and how you'd be picking them up from your mom's house and all of these things. And it's great to know that we are not alone whatsoever. And it's not just about business all the time. We cut the fool and have fun, and we can still learn how to have fun, raise our children, and then what? Make money, because that's what we do. And we all need to do that. So why not have fun as we do so? So that's why I am so thankful that I've met you and so many other single moms. And this will probably be my last year, my last time pretty much teaching online selling, because I am pivoting now with no more dependence. I'm pivoting into a whole nother space, which is invest in being an investor, and then real estate. I've always loved it. I've supported other investors, and now I'm totally pivoting. But of course, another platform has come up. There are so many. There's Marketplace, there's Amazon, there's eBay, there's Poshmark, there's Pinterest, there's Etsy, there's everything. So I am going to, people in my DMs, when are you going to teach that class, Deetra? You know it's fourth quarter. What you doing? What you doing? I know you're doing something. So I am going to be teaching another class. I'm going to do a workshop tomorrow at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Metisia, and we're going to have a blast like we always have. So I'm going to do a workshop tomorrow talking about the various platforms. And I'm a deal hound to my heart. So I'm always going to be able to find items, whether it's retail arbitrage or however we're going to do it. We will find things online with a profit, list it on whatever platform you choose to list it on, and then go from there. Now, from there, there'll be a companion version of the course. But tomorrow at 5 o'clock, I will be I'll be doing a workshop to tell you about all that's available out here selling online. Metisia's coming too, because she's going to be in there.
I am. I don't miss an opportunity to grow and make more money. So I'm in there. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in my Facebook chat too, so that everyone can find you. Let's see. Yes. Come to the class tomorrow.
Yes, and then workshop. You have to comment. Yeah, put me on. Put that in the comments. Put me on. If you want to be in this workshop tomorrow, yes. comment, put me on. We're going to do that tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be in a Zoom room, of course. And so Metisia too, I want you all to follow her, go find her page. She is a personal chef. But one thing that she didn't say, what was your position in corporate America? Because this is the reason why she's so helpful.
Mm-hmm. So my position was, I was a systems engineer in information technology. And so for those who don't know what that is, that's behind the scene coding. So when you get to pull up different programs and things that you run, there's coding behind it. So I did PeopleSoft, I did SQL, and I did all of that, working with payroll, human resources, and all of that good stuff, working with different corporate businesses and how they merge together. So I had a very lucrative and I had a very busy and insightful career. And I'm thankful for the 23 years that I did choose to do that. And just that, even though I pivoted out of that space, I will always have that intellectual property. So that's why I'm good with learning digital and doing different things, because that's the background I come from. And so, once you learn something, nobody can take that away from you. You just have to learn how to maneuver that into a different space should you choose to.
That's exactly right. And that is exactly how it is with selling online. Having been in corporate America for 35 plus years, I learned how to be resourceful because I had to make things happen. Supporting high-level executives, they don't care how you get it done. They don't care what has to be done. When they need something done, it was my job to get it done. Bring into whoever I need to bring into. But so I've always been a deal hound from day one anyway, but finding sales and being able to get really nice things for less money has always been my niche. But Metisia, and on all the details, she's very detail oriented for me. So I enjoy being connected with sisters like her. I appreciate you, girl. You know this. We roll tight and strong, and I absolutely love it. So again, we'll be riding shotgun on a whole lot of things as we go forward, because I'm in a space where I don't have any more dependents, but that's okay, because it's time to turn it up and fire on all cylinders and everything.
I call that all gas, no brakes.
That's right. I know, right? That's me all day. Girl, that's me all day.
If y'all are listening to this amazing interview with that Deetra is doing with me, I want you to realize that if you're watching this during this time period, we are in COVID, right? So we are, my cam went out. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm back.
I got you.
We are home, and I never like to say you're stuck home. So for who are not essential workers, and which if you are an essential worker, we're so thankful for you putting your life on the line and your family every day to go out and fight this battle that we're having around the world. But if you are home, whether you're working from home or you're stay-at-home mom, whatever the case may be, now is the time for you to do something for yourself and do something that may be lucrative to bring in some extra cash, because we don't know what's going to be happening with the economy. We don't know what's going to be happening in the world. We don't have a crystal ball. We can't project into the future, but you can work on what you can work on right now. And that's so right. If you're home and you're after you get your child working with their virtual learning and all that, and you're like, well, what am I going to do? Get in that digital space and learn how to do something, and learn how to make some money and some cash for yourself.
That's right. Come on in and have fun doing it. We all have abilities that were in corporate America and that translate and transfer out into the digital space. So I'm absolutely here to help you get off onto a good start. Metisia and I together, because we can do this. And so the workshop again tomorrow will be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please comment, put me on in the comments. And you can also DM me, because I want to help 5 single moms. I want to help 5 single moms get some results. Listen to this, in just 1 week. I want you to have $200 to $300 by next Saturday. Do you hear me? I'm about getting results, and I mean now. I cannot tell you how many situations I've been in over the years that would have felt like a hair on fire moment. I knew exactly what to do, and I did it. And that is exactly why I'm always interested in letting single mothers know, listen, you can do this. Anybody can do it. And it doesn't take a whole lot of money. So let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's connect. Let's make the wealth transfer a reality. I know that word is thrown around a lot, but guess what? it can be reality, but you've got to do the work. And I'm about firing on all cylinders. I have much to execute on. And just like I'm talking to you, I'm preaching to myself. So let's do this thing together. I am so glad to have had this time to talk with Metisia this afternoon. We've been talking for years, and we need to do a whole lot more of this. And I need to do it a whole lot more too, because I mean to be in touch with you, for you to know who I am, what I do, from whence I came, and how I've managed to still be standing, because that is exactly what's up out here. There's nothing that this world can take away. When you have knowledge, knowledge truly is power. So with that, I'll say thank you so much, Metisia Wooten, Chef Metisia Wooten, y'all. Go and visit her page.
Let me pause you right there, because I want to say, when our mentors jumped in on the chat. So hey, Monty, we were giving you your flowers right
That's
now.
Right.
And so we're thankful for you and all that you show us in the tech space to help us just build business and everything. So I just want to say shout out to Monty for coming through on our live today. And I know you're like, ladies, stop, but we won't.
We're not. You're stuck with us for the duration. Thank you so much. And if you catch this on the replay, you can hashtag replay. You can also comment, put me on. You can go visit Chef Metisia, but we will be tomorrow in the workshop. So comment if you'd like to come in, and we're going to get this thing going. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Any parting words, Chef Metisia?
Yes. So on all social media handles, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, you can find me at Chef Metisia, just as you see here. That's at Chef Metisia. And connect with me if you are a plant-based eater and you can't decide whether you want to be a vegetarian or a vegan, because you don't have to be. You can be in that middle space, and let me teach you how to do plant-based with a side of flex, and let's have some fun. So if you connect with me, I have some free recipes on my website. And of course, I also have some unpaid opportunities for you too, so you can dive a little bit deeper into your meal planning and your meal prep. And sometime this month, be on the lookout for my meal planning workshop, because I realize that a lot of people like to do their own meal planning. And so I'm going to teach you that process and give you some tips, some tools, and different things that you can use to do that for your family. So,
yes, indeed.
Thank you all for tuning in to the evolution. And I hope that you learned a little bit more about me and a lot about yourself, as far as some things you can do to change your mindset, to change how you think about things, and to move forward so that you can be awesome. If you are a single mom, know that my heart goes out to you, because this is not an easy journey. And the moms around the world, we are here in sync, whether we know each other or not. Oh, and Deetra, we didn't tell them the newest app that we're on either.
Oh,
Clubhouse.
that's right. That's
Clubhouse.
Right. Yes.
Clubhouse. Let me tell y'all how awesome.
Clubhouse.
Yes. So I got an invite from another mom named Christine. And so I'm like, here's a whole nother platform I got to learn about, right? So first I'm on Instagram, and I'm doing stories, and I'm doing reels, and I'm doing live. I'm like, right? So I'm like, one more thing I got to learn. And so with Clubhouse, though, it is so different. And unfortunately, right now, it's only for iOS users. So you got to have an iPhone or iPad to get on, and it's invite only. So at first, there we go. I see you, Deetra. And at first, I was like, I don't know. This is so exclusive. What's the deal with it? But once I clicked yes to accept the invite, man, it's been on. I've even taught a plant-based with a side of flex cooking class. This is an audio app, so everything up there is only audio. You can't see me. So you're like, well, how in the world is she doing that? Well, guess what? You can do your audio, but then my class is also in a private forum where you can actually see me and we interact and cook. So if you're on Club, make sure you follow me. Make sure you Deetra. Deetra has an amazing let's get together in the morning.
Yes,
and let's chat, and let's see how our day is going. I think I left, and my screen is back now. And a morning check-in motivation. And so in doing that, you connect with us. You can see when we go live. You can come in. You can be a speaker on the stage. You can give your advice. You can tell us anything at the time. And the thing about it is it's not recorded. So it's all a safe space.
Exactly.
But with it not being recorded, you have to be there and you have to be in the moment to consume what's going on. So if you're on Clubhouse, follow at Chef Metisia and Metisia Woo. And I'm over there and I'm trolling through the halls and I'm finding all these different awesome information. And the network is just golden. It's priceless. And when I tell you there are some really knowledgeable people up there, it's people that you have never connected with. And when I tell you that I'm networking with people that I hadn't even thought about, or I'm like, well, this person doesn't even know I exist. Oh, now they know I exist. So Absolutely. It's like the connections and the networking are golden. And I'm so glad that I got that invite. And yes. Deetra is also up there. So Deetra, you want to talk about your experience with Clubhouse?
Oh, I do. So I got my invitation from another fellow single mom, Ramonica Plachette, the bold chick.
Ramonica, she's dope. So if you don't know Ramonica Gamble, you need to make sure you connect with her. She's the bold chick. And when I tell you she's the bold chick, she's bold, she's knowledgeable, and she will get you all the way there.
Yes, she will get you all the way lit. So Clubhouse, yes, indeed. Super awesome, man. Listen. Y'all know me, Clubhouse, and I've been isolated because of this COVID thing. It has been the answer to my unspoken prayer for that matter, because I have a chance to be extrovert, okay, all out. And so Clubhouse. So Metisia was exactly right. I mean, the people that you meet on Clubhouse are people you've dreamed of coming in contact with. The audiences are amazing. There's entrepreneurs galore, and it is a predominantly, I'll say, pretty much a Black app, and it's in beta form. So yes, it is on the iOS. So all of y'all have been hating on the Apple people, have a seat, and they'll get with you a little bit later. In the meantime, we are over there on Clubhouse having a ball and meeting and making connections and contracts and opportunities that you would never believe. I am singled out loud over on Clubhouse. And I'm so grateful to have opened a room each morning for single mothers to come in and have a woosah moment. It's not a moment for business. It's a moment for single moms who are raising children, whether your children are grown or if they're younger. Each morning at 9 a.m. we're in there it started out for an hour, but it usually goes 2 hours, and we get our spirits fed. We get encouragement, we get a positivity infusion, and we get advice and strategies from seasoned moms. If they're new moms, they come in as well. So you can always find us single moms. So if you're in Clubhouse, you just find me and turn on your notifications and you'll get that notification in the morning. But Clubhouse is amazing because as a new investor, there are rooms that you can go in. That's why when Metisia was talking about trolling the halls, that's what they call it. Because when you go in the hallway, is what they call it, there are all types of rooms, and you see the titles on the rooms, and you can pop in that room and you can be in the audience listening. Or if you have a question, you can raise your hand and go up there and talk to people that you would never think of talking to, or no, you would never think you could talk to. I was in a room with Tyrese the other day because he was talking about, in transparency, about how financially illiterate he feels like he still is. But he is friends with people like the Wall Street Trapper and other people who were in the stock and investor field. When I tell you
big hitters, people, and these names that she dropping, those are big hitters. If you don't follow them, I mean, you just learn so much.
You learn so much, and they are just as transparent and approachable, and they want for us to win. That is the heart of just about everybody on that app. The love is unbelievable. And if you've ever had your love resources depleted, honey, on Clubhouse, you get that love and you get that transparency and those breakdown instructions on things to do from people who have $15,000 and $20,000 programs. They will speak to you directly. It is a true lifetime blessing. It truly is. So I love Clubhouse. I know y'all have probably been hearing it all over the place. I like to use it for
it's free. It's free.
Yeah,
it's no free. Reason why if you have an iPhone, you can't get on the waiting list. And then if you have some of your friends that are in there, they can let you in. And then some of us have invites that we give. And, you know, the more people get on, you get more invites that you can give out to your friends. It's free. There's no monthly payment. and just what you get from it is just priceless. I can't even put a price on all the stuff that I've just learned, and the networking. It's just priceless. I love it.
I mean, I do too. My God. I mean, I didn't go to bed
And
till
what
4:30
it
this
is,
morning.
you connect off of Clubhouse.
Yes.
So it's not so much as you're trying to grow your following on it as much as it is networking, because then outside of Clubhouse, you network together. You get each other's DMs. You follow each other on your other social media platforms. You find different ways to connect. I had someone reach out to me about being a speaker in an upcoming event that they're having. And these are just people that I have not met before, but their network is huger than my network. And so just the potential and the possibility, and just that people hear me speak and come in my room and see that I have value to give. Absolutely. You can't put a price on it. And so I just love it.
Man, I do too. And I mean, it's really hard to stop talking about it, because anything that you've ever dreamed of, I mean, anything, whether it's getting funding for a nonprofit or sponsorships or anything you've ever dreamed, that is the place you want to be, because they are there. Venture capitalists are all over that app looking to invest in something. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. And you can also open up rooms to have discussions that you have on your heart, because there's somebody.
You can lock them, you can leave them open. I mean, everything, anything you can think of, like being an author, being a speaker. And both of those are things that I am also already. So like, I have my first book. I wrote my first book in 2016. I Can, I Will, I Must, Snatching My Life Back. And so I know all it takes. Shout out to Brooklyn Dorsett, who was my first book writing coach, and she helped me publish my first book. So shout out to Brooklyn if you're catching this. But there is so much that goes into it, between the editing and the writing and knowing when to write, get past the writer's block. How much do I need to share? And there's so many people on that platform that teach you that. They teach you how to podcast. So, you know, Deetra and I both have podcasts. So they teach you that, and just expanding our network and learning more that we hadn't even thought about that. I mean, there's so many different things that you can learn, and just the networking outside of it just blows my mind.
I mean, we're going to get off of here, but Metisia, how about just the other day when you and I were talking, and I had been in this room for like 2.5 hours listening to people that were telling us how to become certified and how to get these contracts and how to partner with other prime contractors, and how there's someone in the government looking for anything at all. I don't care if you collect cans, they're going to need somebody to do that. It's whatever. But there are people who are wanting to partner with you. And when, like she said, when you go up to that stage and you raise your hand and you speak, people immediately try to pull you in on things. And that's when, if you've ever felt invalidated, if you have an opportunity to get on Clubhouse, you get on there, because you'll find out that validation is for parking, honey. You get confirmation on Clubhouse. You don't need validation. You get confirmation in what you're supposed to be doing and what lane you're in. People will help you figure out what lane you're supposed to be in, and you grab that and you roll and run with that. There's always so much love on Clubhouse. That's really all I'm going to say about it, because we could go on and on. The opportunities, write your dreams. Yeah, Clubhouse. One word for this Saturday,
and
right?
Don't forget, Deetra and I are getting ready to end this interview live on Facebook. And what I need you guys to do is to comment below. Let me know if any of this helped you today. Connect with Deetra. She has a class coming up tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And make sure that you get in so you can learn that digital process, so that you can make more money at home, especially if you're a single mom and times are like they are. You don't want to go out and either get a job or another job because you want to be present for your child. Get in there, learn how to do this, and make your money back tenfold, right? So if you are looking for plant-based help and all of that good stuff, connect with me. I have plenty of freebies in my links and on my website, as well as other classes that help you get all the way together. So this has been Chef Metisia, the plant-based chef, the taste bud exciter. This has been Deetra, the Single Out Loud coach.
Single out loud, honey. A lifestyle worth living. Let's go. Get it.
So thank you guys for getting ready to end that. So if you give me just a moment, we will pause and I will stop the recording. So let's see, make sure my live stream stopped real quick. Deetra, 1 second.
Okay. It still says recording on my side.
Oh, it's going to say recording for Zoom. I haven't turned that one off yet. One
Okay.
moment. Let me let Facebook catch up real quick. Make sure that has stopped.
I couldn't tell if we were side by side because I couldn't see us side by side this time, were we?
We were side by side.
Okay, great.
Hold on, let me start the recording over here. Start recording. Yes.